Hey everyone, welcome to episode 24 of Universe 7, a Dragon Ball podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mason.
And today we're going to be talking about episodes 22 and 95.
Did you like it?
We're not getting back into that.
Good podcast. Let's go. Let's go.
We're a day late. Sorry, everybody.
Nick's moving, and we were trying to figure out how to do it over, like, the internet from my house, and he did it here at his house, and it just was not working out. And it was like 9:30 at night, and I was like, nope, we gotta call this quits, man. We'll do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that, but we're here on Tuesday.
We have 2 weeks to figure it out, because in 2 weeks, when we record, I'll be in one state and you'll be in another.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to figure this out at some point.
We could just... I was saying that you could just... Because it was only recording one side of the conversation, but we could do the podcast, because we can hear each other. It'll only record your side and just post that.
Yeah.
No?
I think it'd be confirmation that I'm completely insane, but...
I think that'd be really funny, and I don't think anybody would like it that much, but, you know, whatever, man.
If you guys want the non-funny half of every conversation, we'll just upload my audio.
Fair enough.
What did you think of this week's episode?
I think that Piccolo was amazed by Tagama's power.
Was he?
That's what I believe.
What happened next?
I think Krillin said that he's stronger than all the other soldiers that were there.
And Gohan?
And then Gohan said that he had powers that were comparable to his potential when he was at his strongest.
When he was mystic.
Yeah, when he was mystic Gohan.
I hate that term so much.
It's Ultimate Gohan.
It is. It's either Ultimate Gohan or I like just...
Gohan.
Well, I think like Potential Unleashed.
Potential Unleashed sounds like...
sounds
like a terrible Dragon Ball game.
It sounds better than Mystic Gohan, though.
You ain't lying. Frickin'... That does sound like a bad Dragon Ball game, though, right? Like, in between Raging Blast and Budokai, like, they released Potential Unleashed.
It really, yeah. You know what else is a really bad game name?
No.
Dragon Ball Fighters with a Z.
It's Street Fighter, man.
But it's so good. More videos been coming out of it.
I haven't watched any bit of that.
Really? Dude, it looks incredible.
I'll play it when you get it.
We're gonna go halvesies on that one.
That's fine. Yeah. It was okay, the episode.
Yeah. Before we do that, do we have any feedback?
Nope. Do we have
any news?
Nope. Sure don't.
Sure don't. Yeah, we're gonna just jump right into the dub section here. Before we do that, let's talk about our sponsor. Mason, who's our sponsor this week?
Our sponsor this week is going to be Fatheads.
Fatheads, okay.
Fatheads. Fatheads are our sponsor. They just recently came out with Dragon Ball Fatheads. So
Did they really?
Nope, don't know. I really don't know. I was just making that up. But if you guys find them, let me know. I'll buy one.
Go to fathead.com/universe7pod and it'll actually unlock a hidden corner of the store.
In the deep web.
The deep web.
You've got to have the right requirements on your browser to get there.
Like the Onion browser or something like that?
The Tor browser.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. They'll give you stuff.
For free?
Maybe. They didn't really give me the specifics. They just said, just tell them to go here.
Have you even gone to the website?
Me, no.
No?
No, not one time.
So we don't even know if it's Fatheads of Dragon Ball characters.
Nope, it could very well just be NHL.
NHL or like Fatheads of a dog down the street or something like that?
That'd be cool.
A dog or like just dogs in general?
Just a dog. One dog.
Some guy at Fathead was just walking down the street and saw a dog.
That's a nice looking dog.
Snap.
And he made it Fathead. And that's their best seller.
And the deep web.
Yeah.
Dark web. Deep web.
Same thing.
Deep dark web?
The Marianas Trench web.
Oh, no.
Dude, there's scary stuff that lives down there.
For those of you who don't know, the deep, deep ocean is the biggest fear I have as a human being.
And Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. And there are insane animals that live down there that have...
James Cameron went down there by himself in a one-man sub.
That's horrifying. Why did you do that?
Because he's crazy.
There's a megalodon that lives down there.
Stop. I'm getting like... I'm starting to get the chills and...
It's alright, man. We'll save that for the Deep Ocean podcast.
Sponsored by...
Fatheads.
Alright, let's go ahead.
It's pretty good.
Let's go ahead and get to the dub section.
エリート戦士ジム特戦隊
特戦隊特戦隊特戦隊
Okay, and we're back for the dub section. What actually did you think of this episode?
It was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
It was nothing crazy. I like Ginyu, so I was pretty pumped about that. Tagum was better.
Tagum was better, and I actually, shocker, I had this issue with the name of the episode.
Go for it, man. Tell me about it.
First off, it sounds like some senile guy just...
It's rambling.
You know the John Mulaney joke about, like, if you ask somebody... When you read the New York Post, it's like somebody who kind of heard
Angels,
about the news telling you about what happened. It's like, hey, man, what's going on? What's going on in the news today? Oh, there's a perv in Queens.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Exactly.
This guy didn't watch the episode, but somebody like gave him a real like convoluted story of what happens, and he made the title out of that.
And the title is Change! An Unexpected Return. His name is Ginyu.
Pretty good.
I think I could do a better job than the announcer guy.
You do all right.
Change!
That
An
guy gets-
Unexpected Return. His name is Ginyu.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I've heard worse.
In the episode?
No.
No, he's better than me.
Yeah.
He's better than me.
Sorry, that guy gets paid to do that.
Like, his return wasn't unexpected. We saw the Ginyu frog a month ago.
It's been a long time coming.
I mean, it's hard to say that we...
Expected the change. I expected it because I've seen it
That's
before.
what I'm going to get into here. Would we have expected this if we hadn't seen this already in Japanese?
Can't remember, honestly.
I feel like we would have, because you see that frog and
All
you
over
just
the place for like the
audibly-
past three weeks at the very least.
and you think Ginyu, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that guy's gotta have something to do with
Because
this.
last week, didn't we see the frog popping out
Yeah.
of Bulma and Jocko's ship?
Mm-hmm.
So I
It's been showing up like very often.
I feel like we would have expected it.
Yes,
So the return isn't unexpected.
it sure isn't.
So I
It's gonna be all right.
I think it just washed over me how stupid of a take this is.
Yeah,
So I want to just keep going.
yeah, we'll be all right, man.
Okay. All right, yeah. So episode starts out with like Taguma. He's apparently crazy strong. Piccolo's freaked out by it. Krillin's freaked out by it. Gohan, like you said earlier, thinks that.
He has potential to match his old strong self, pretty much.
Which I have a real issue with.
Just tell me why.
Gohan's weak right now, and like
Yeah.
you said, he's able to at least knock him down.
And
I mean, if this is a
well,
Gohan,
he was gonna let him go. He like won that fight. At like when he actually fought Ginyu.
Yeah, Ginyu, yeah. But I'm for now. I'm just talking about Taguma.
Sure.
If he's that strong, how can I guess Gohan kind of he didn't really hold his own, but how can he fight without being like completely overmatched? And
Yeah.
this is a Gohan that wasn't even sure if he could turn into a Super Saiyan.
It's just bad writing, honestly.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I got nothing else for it. Because he's, by the looks of this episode, he's almost just around as powerful as he was when he was his ultimate form, is what the message sends.
Right.
So, that can't be true. It just can't be. So,
This is, I guess, I can't remember what happened in the Japanese one, as far as the dialogue goes.
yeah, I can't remember that
Like,
exactly.
If that's what they said in the Japanese, I wish they would have just
Cut
kind
that
of taken
out.
a creative liberty
And just been like, yeah, this can't be right.
oh, he's super strong, and just leave it at that.
Pretty much. But you know what? Whatever, man. We're going to have to move past it.
Yeah. Taguma's itching to fight.
He sure
And
is.
The first one who steps up is Piccolo.
Piccolo's like, don't be so sure of yourself, because he was like, I'll kill you in 3 minutes, pretty much. And he was like, all right. And then he powers up real strong and goes in for a knockout punch and does nothing to him. It just stops on his face.
It does. And then Taguma rips off Piccolo's
That was
arm.
some savage ass shit. Like, no blood though. That bugs me. The blood thing before didn't bug me with like the energy beams from Frieza, because maybe it just like
Cauterizes
seared.
the wound.
Yeah.
when you
But
tear
he
somebody's arm
he
off.
tore his arm off, and there's not a drop of blood.
Speaking of Piccolo and being dismembered, you have a Piccolo Funko Pop in front of you. And
Yeah.
what did you do to it?
I turned his head around,
So, yeah.
so it just looks better this way. I think.
Is there any blood?
No.
No?
No. This
So it's the
is
same
this is
as-
Funimation.
It's Funimation. Well, it's not Funimation.
It's Toei.
It's Toei because apparently, I could be wrong, don't quote me on this, but when it aired in Japan, and to date still is airing in Japan, it's on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So it's our version of Saturday morning cartoons for kids, so they can't show a ton of blood at all.
Blood comes out of Roshi's nose like 100 times.
It's different though. That's not violence. It doesn't make any sense because this show is built on violence. We watch this show, yes, for the character development and all that kind of stuff. But we
Now,
watch
back then, I was watching it solely for fights, 100%.
Yeah.
So, and like, what, Goku's like insanely bloody in the Frieza fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very bloody, and it's not because he has like a bunch of like open wounds. It's just like they show the scrapes and the blood because fighting will get you cut a lot of the time.
We're teaching our children that you can just walk up to somebody and tear their arm off.
And nothing will happen to
Nothing
that
will
guy.
come out. So
Yeah, so that's just really weird. I don't like that, but it does get a little bit better going forward.
yeah, it does. So going forward, Gohan does help Piccolo, and Taguma. I guess the reason he's so strong because the last time we saw him really fight, other than what he just did to Gohan last week, was being being Frieza's training partner for 4 months.
And he was just on the ground dead, pretty much, you know? Like, we didn't see him actually fight.
The guy's basically steel.
Yeah, he's been a punching bag for 4 months, like, literally beaten to death. And his anatomy has to be similar to a Saiyan's, where he gets, like, a Zenkai boost or something. Because he said every time that he was put back together, he was just stronger. You know what I mean? So it must be something similar to that in his anatomy.
I'd buy into that. Yeah. Enter Gotenks.
Yep, hits him in his...
Crotch.
Yep.
Crotchal region.
Whatever he has down there. Hits him real good with his head. And Gotenks is being classic awful person.
Yeah, Bulma's pissed.
She's like, hey man, you're a child. You should probably not be here. We left you behind for a reason. And he was like, I can handle it. Don't worry about me.
You made me sit out while everybody else is having fun.
It's not fun. It's for life and death.
Yeah.
Gohan literally just pretty much died. I mean, come on. But
his heart was gone.
how long do you think they fused before they got there? Like, literally 30 minutes before they got there.
They had to have, because the very next scene is them realizing that Frieza's the leader, and he challenges him, and right when he points at him, they defuse.
Must have done it before they left, and then just taken their time to get there.
Yeah, so like the last
Why wouldn't
scene,
they just fuse when they're there?
The last scene was them, the last time we saw them.
Mm-hmm.
They flew off because they sensed the power level.
Of Taguma, yeah.
So I almost feel like they took off and then stopped. Like,
Yeah, we
hang
gotta
on,
fuse real
let's
quick.
fuse first because we can get there faster, or something like that.
Nothing makes sense anymore, man.
I'm glad they did it this way because then we
I don't
get
want to
this-
deal with 30-minute an episode of Gotenks, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we have documented in the God of Destruction Beerus saga that Gotenks' personality does annoy the ever-living out of us. So.
Yes. So I'm glad that wasn't around too long. And then Frieza is not pumped when he recognizes that Trunks is pretty much, he thinks it's his kid.
Yeah, so you
Obviously.
realize he knows that Goten is the child.
Obviously, look, he's a clone of Goku, so I mean, he understands that.
And then he
He's like, that face is real familiar. And he's like, oh, that's got to be the son of the dude that cut me in half. So that's not great. And he gets real pissed off about that.
And they run away.
They definitely run, for sure.
They go to Jocko and Bulma, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't know.
Yeah, like that's not going to keep you safe at
It's
all.
the last place you want to be. You want to be behind the people that are going to protect you. Solely Gohan.
Yeah. So Frieza is livid, and he's
He's like, hey, asshole, get up.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And he's like, you gotta fight these guys.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
kill
pissed.
Goten, kill Trunks, and everyone else.
He's on
Otherwise,
the
I'm
ground.
going to kill you.
He's on the ground crying.
Which, I mean, you took a flying child to the nuts.
No, I mean, he has reason to be.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he's holding himself. That made me real uncomfortable.
Wasn't he like...
He was laying and he had
He's
his,
like scooped himself,
scooped
right?
with both hands. It's real uncomfortable.
Yep. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with that much longer because Ginyu Frog hops up and writes, change in the dirt.
Change
now.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know how this works.
yeah.
At all.
So he wrote it in an alien language, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't actual English.
It definitely wasn't English.
Taguma reads change now.
And for some reason, that triggers Ginyu's attack. Apparently, anybody can say it, and then it works. So that's weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's like the play Macbeth. Anybody says Macbeth, something bad happens. If Ginyu's around and you say the words change now,
you better believe you're losing your body.
That's what's going to happen.
But now we have Ginyu.
Ginyu's back.
Do you like Ginyu more or not?
I do. But
You
I
like
really
Ginyu,
like
though.
Tagoma.
Yeah. I wish Tagoma could have stuck around.
Yeah. Like, I would have been okay with...
Jace?
Guldo?
Golden
Goldo?
Golden Guldo could stop time forever.
I would have been okay with Ginyu swapping bodies with Shishami.
That'd be cool.
And then you have a Tagoma Shishami combo.
In that way, that makes Shishami actually relevant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what happened, is Tagoma had no relevance in the movie.
And they just switched him because nobody liked Shishami.
So now Shishami has no relevance in the show. Instead of taking that character that we actually kind of liked and getting rid of him for Ginyu, why not just take that character that you were pushing off to the side
and give Ginyu that body?
Yeah.
Which would have been fine. Like, Shishami, like, his design is stupid and people will continue to think that. But it'd be cool just because Ginyu's in there now, so, like, whatever, you know? People would get over it.
Yeah, so Ginyu's back. He's pumped. He's
joyous.
He runs up to Frieza and he's doing all his poses. And
it's pretty great.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I definitely recognize that's Captain Ginyu. How are you, Captain? Blah, blah, blah. And he tells his tale, even though it makes him cry just thinking about it.
He's a weird guy, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. But, can we talk about how crazy Taguma's laugh was, though?
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm having a hard time remembering it.
It's insane. Can I pull it up? Can I play it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. You go ahead and pull it up and we'll play it into the mic.
Alright.
Yeah, so Ginyu's talking to Frieza and he's just talking about all the stuff that's happened since he was turned into that frog, being chased by female frogs, all that kind of stuff. They realized that he was wished back to Earth.
I thought they knew that for some reason, but I guess not. Why would they? He was just a frog, you know?
Yeah.
It
could have been any frog, so they're like, oh, look, Ginyu frog. Or Namekian frog got here somehow. Maybe it was in Dende's pocket.
Anything, you know? Like, it was just real weird. I guess I just never really thought about it. I just figured they knew he was there and they just didn't care, you know?
Yeah, but Ginyu basically says that he's been waiting for Frieza to come back. And now that he has, he's back in the Frieza Force. And, he goes and takes on the Z Fighters. He does the job that Frieza wanted Tagoma to do.
Yeah, which, I mean, I don't know. I can't find it. Just like a single scene of it, so forget it. You guys watch the episode, I'm sure you remember. Nick just doesn't.
I don't remember.
It's pretty insane, though. I liked it.
Yeah, so Ginyu powers up, and he actually recognizes Gohan, right? Does he recognize Piccolo or any of them?
Nope, Gohan and Krillin.
Oh, Piccolo wasn't there.
Yeah, Gohan and Krillin.
Yeah, the Baldy.
Yeah.
But the first person he attacks is Tien, right?
Yep. Gets him good, man. Kidney shot.
Yeah. And he
knocks down all of them.
Yeah, he does this weird attack where he hits him with all of his limbs.
It's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a weird fighting style.
He's super happy. I guess
He's like, oh man, this is like
the best body I've ever had.
He's like, man, this thing really is made of steel, pretty much, you know? And he's just like, I'm never giving up this vessel. And he's like, getting real obsessive over it, and it gets real cringy real fast. But he's strong now, and they definitely realize that. And Gohan's like, whatever, man, I'll give it a shot. And Gohan fights him.
Yep. While this is happening too, Bulma, Trunks, and Goten are trying to contact Whis.
Oh, right, with the Sunday, right?
Yeah, we jump over to Beerus' planet, and Beerus is eating pizza. Man, I could go for some pizza
I was
right
just thinking that before we started to eat.
You want to get some pizza after this?
Yeah.
For all you guys who are listening to this,
we're getting pizza.
Get some pizza while you pause the show.
Order a pizza. Order a pizza.
And then
once you have your pizza, once they get there, you can restart this podcast, and you'll be in good shape.
You'll be with us in spirit.
Yeah.
So, Beerus is talking about his pizza. How he likes it, even though it's kind of greasy.
He's gonna add it to the menu.
Yeah, big fan of cheese.
Likes the cheese.
Whis asks if it was too early to send them to that place, but Beerus counters like, well, they need to get strong fast because I need somebody to play with, essentially.
Pretty much.
We go to that place, which...
And they're still really struggling.
Yeah. It looks like they're like powered up to max trying to move, and they can't.
It's just not happening.
Yeah. And Vegeta, being
a smart person.
Yeah, a smart person, realizes... Hey,
what has he been trying to teach us for the past however long? Maybe we should give that a shot.
Yeah.
And he keeps all this energy inside of his body so none of it leaks out. Yeah, so they can actually move. That's the magic of that place.
Yeah, they actually, I think that's God Ki.
Yeah.
That they, I believe, I guess solved the mystery of godly Ki.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes, he concentrates, and he powers up to maximum, but all of that power is in his body.
And that's why you can't. That's why you can't sense God Ki, because it's not outwardly projecting.
Right.
And it's not like it's not godly Ki. Like that's just a secret. It's just inside of you, and that's pretty cool.
Yep. So Goku eventually realizes that too.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes, gets out, and they both kind of sit there and like, wait a minute, does this remind you of
the hyperbolic?
Goku's like, yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber.
He's like, yeah, this is going to be great training, and they're pretty pumped about it.
But Goku also realizes
we need some food, man.
We need to find food, otherwise we're going to starve to death. And Vegeta's like, all right, let's start there. And apparently there's a mini Whis staff in this area.
It's just Whis' staff.
That's how they're the staff disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they see the staff and they start to go to the staff as a guide.
That's why Whis hasn't seen Bulma's transmission yet.
Right.
Yeah.
He could have.
Could have, but he's like, we're going. We're gonna send him now because Beerus is real angry all the time.
Yeah. Last week they looked at it. He's like, oh, what's this? And Beerus is like, get them in there. So.
Well, everybody's gonna die.
Everybody's gonna die, and it's all Beerus' fault. Back to Earth, Gohan is challenging Ginyu, but he cannot connect.
No, he's trying real hard. He's still in base form at this point in time, and he's Captain Ginyu's like, I'm pretty disappointed. I thought you'd be a lot stronger than this.
Yeah.
And then
he starts. I mean, he lands some heavy blows.
Yeah, I'm surprised Gohan didn't die at that point in time. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. Gohan, I don't know why he was so reluctant to use it in the first place, but
I don't know, man. He's a weird guy.
He transforms into a Super Saiyan, which surprises everybody.
Frieza's like, he was kind of pissed about it, actually.
Yeah. And doesn't he one-shots him or he either one or two shots him?
Two shots him. He gives him a good one to the stomach, and then he, moves real fast behind him and kicks him down on his face.
And then
he's
he's face first in the dirt.
And Gohan, reminiscent of the old Goku giving Frieza his energy thing, is looking back at him. He's like, all right, you clearly lost. I'll give you a chance I'll spare your life if you get out of this planet. If not, I'm going to have to. And then, right through the arm.
Death beam to the arm.
Frieza gets him good.
And he is pissed.
Because that gave him PTSD of what happened.
It reminds him of his greatest humiliation.
Pretty much. And he's not pumped about it, so he's going to start taking it out on Gohan.
Yay!
I don't like that much.
No,
the scene's actually it's pretty good.
It's dark.
It's very dark.
He straight up tortures him, so he just starts shooting him with death beams, telling him to scream
and beg for his life. And not that I'd actually spare you, but it's just part of the process.
Fun. And Gohan's at the end, and Frieza's charging up one final big death beam to
kill him. And reminiscent of early Dragon Ball Z days, Piccolo saves his life again.
At the expense of his own.
Goodbye, Piccolo.
Yeah, Piccolo takes that death beam right through the chest, and that's the end of the episode. We see Piccolo dead on the ground, and Gohan freaking out.
Why does Piccolo always die? Constantly.
I don't know. It would have been nice to see Gohan die. Not in terms of me just not liking the character, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he died.
Yes.
He hasn't died, brutally, though. Where there's an actual scene of him dying.
How insane would that be? Goku and Vegeta come back and Goku realizes that Gohan was killed.
It'd be way better than what we get. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's just emotionally fueled as well. I mean, Goku always fights his best when he's emotionally fueled, so I would have liked to have seen that, but that's not what we got. We got Piccolo.
Right.
And
That's-
Goku's just like, this has happened before. Yeah, we know what to do.
That's probably my big complaint. If there's one thing I could change about the episode, that would be...
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. It'd probably be for the better, honestly. So,
Because now you have to waste 2 senzu beans on Gohan.
right, yeah, no kidding. Well, you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah. What would you rate this episode?
I'd give it like a 6.5, probably.
6.5? I'll give it a...
It was just okay.
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. So.
Yeah. It wasn't a 7, it wasn't an 8.
Yeah.
Any highs?
Hi. That's a good question. I like Captain Ginyu. I like hearing his voice again.
Yeah, did you like how they brought him back, though? Like
No.
the vehicle that they used to bring him back?
No, not really. But I am kind of glad that we got him just for reminiscence sake, I guess.
For old time's sake?
Yeah. It was nice. Nothing really crazy else about the episode stood out. I like the whole hyperbolic time chamber place. I think that was a really cool scene where they actually learn to control their ki, and they're just not total idiots and they can figure things out instead of just trying to use brute force all the time, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of good because as smart as Vegeta is, he also has that bad habit of just, I'm going to try and tank everything.
Pretty much, yeah. And to see him actually wise up and do something more productive is pretty good for his fighting development just in general. So, yeah. I like that. Do you have any highs from this episode?
Yeah, my high... I guess my high was the interaction between Goten, Trunks, and Frieza.
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird...
It is a weird dynamic. Goten looks very frightened, for sure.
But just like seeing like... I always like that stuff. Like, oh, how would so-and-so react if they saw what looked like a tiny Goku?
It would have given them PTSD, pretty much.
It does.
Yeah.
That was probably my high. Even though like we talked about the whole Gotenks thing, I would have liked to see an actual fight. So that's actually going to be my low.
No actual fight.
No actual fight with Gotenks.
Gotcha.
As annoying as his personality can be,
he's very strong.
He's the strongest person at that fight by far. So to waste him on a headbutt to the crotch and a quick defuse, like it would have been really cool to just show him and Tagoma fighting each other, and Frieza like, who the heck is the Super Saiyan? All of a sudden they split.
I was like, oh.
Okay.
They know fusion.
Yeah.
Hello, little cat. She's meowing.
What's your low?
My low would have to be the way that Captain Ginyu changes.
Now?
I don't understand. And it weirds me out, and I don't like it. It just wasn't good, and I would have done it a different way. And that's it. That's got to be my low for the episode.
I already gave you my low. What do you think this episode will be remembered for?
Headbutt to the crotch, probably.
Headbutt to the crotch?
Yeah, I think that was pretty... As much as we don't like Gotenks, I think it was pretty funny, at least. Pretty comical.
See, I'll remember it for Piccolo dying.
I've seen it before.
I know, I have too. Like,
I've seen that exact scene before.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird, though. Like, most of the time, even if it's a spoiler, they'll spoil stuff in the titles to get you hyped for something. So it's like, Piccolo's sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. Like, that would get me, oh, crap, Piccolo's sacrificing something? I gotta watch this week.
Mm-hmm.
But an unexpected change. Ginyu's back. Oh, and by the way, at the end of this episode, Piccolo dies.
Oh, he's very dead.
What? So,
yeah, I mean, it's a little thrown in there, yeah. It's a little sneaky, but...
It's the inverse of the 10,000 Zenny.
Yeah,
or 100 million Zenny.
Yeah, 100%. They can't find an even ground where they just have a normal title.
Here's the thought, guys. We're going to title this episode, Who Gets 100 Million Zenny? And we're
The
not
kicker.
even going to bring up the Zenny until the last 5 minutes of the episode.
Here's the kicker. We don't talk about that at all. And then we
Okay, guys. All right. I think we figured... We realized we made a mistake with the first episode, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hype up Ginyu in this episode title. And then at the very end, we're going to kill Piccolo.
I'd love to be in that creative room. I really would. I think it's good.
We think it's perfect. Here's $30 million.
I think they should keep that up. I think that's way funnier if they do that. And they just, things that don't matter about the episode one bit. Like, what if they just name that episode Vegeta and Goku Learn to Control Their Ki?
The quick 30s.
Yeah. Just that one scene.
Banished in the staff? What will Piccolo... I'm stuck on Piccolo.
Right.
Banished in the staff? What will Goku and Vegeta learn to get out? It's like a BuzzFeed article.
It's
really
like a
crappy BuzzFeed article.
I'd rather they do that, though. I think that's good.
Piccolo hates him. One simple truth that'll blow you away. It doesn't make any sense.
It sure doesn't, but that's what we got, and I choose to think of it as comical, so I'll deal with it.
I think we should do that going forward.
Just name these, like, what we
Rename
think.
the episodes
I think that'd be really
in
good.
this style going forward.
I'm into that.
If I'm going to try and remember, I still have to put that spreadsheet together. It's probably not going to happen this week with us in the middle of moving.
Yeah.
My desktop is packed up. Everything is... My laptop is the only thing that's out right now.
Sure.
So we'll do that going forward because I think that could be a lot of fun, actually.
I like that.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
For this, no. I think I'm good. I think I got it all out there.
All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the spoilers now. So if you guys aren't going to stick around for that, thank you so much for listening. Leave us some feedback on Facebook. Like the show, post on there, send us a message. We're very, very active over there. You can also shoot us an email at universe7pod@gmail.com. Also, rate the show and especially leave us a review on iTunes. We would really, really appreciate that. That does more than you guys know to get us visible when somebody searches Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super in the podcast app. The more ratings we get, the higher we climb there. So if you guys want the show to grow, which we definitely do.
Yeah, so we can actually have some conversations with people.
Yeah, which we've gotten over the last couple weeks, which is nice.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. So leave
You
us a
ain't lying.
review, rate the show. We'd super, super appreciate that. You ready to go ahead and get into some spoilers?
Yeah, what's it brought to us by today?
I'm actually going to give you a real good sponsor.
Okay, sure.
It's not an actual sponsor.
We
of
got
the
an
show,
ad read?
but,
Why wasn't I aware?
Today's answer
Answer to this question.
Today's sponsor is the McDonald's app.
Okay,
For one reason only.
sure.
The deals section. Okay, so hear me out.
It's already pretty cheap.
There's coupons in there, right?
Okay.
So, there's a coupon today. It's really hot today.
Okay.
So I wanted some ice cream.
Oh, did you get a free cone?
Even better.
Free McFlurry?
There is a coupon in the McDonald's app that says free McFlurry with any purchase.
Buy a small fry.
And they mean it when they say any purchase. I went through the drive-thru today, and I ordered a large Coke and a McFlurry. The Coke was $1, the McFlurry was $3.50, and they gave me the McFlurry for free.
Pretty good deal. I'll stop by on the way home.
That's a great deal.
Huh. Alright, cool. I'll do that. Good job, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's informative.
That's a life pro tip on...
Look
the
for
Universal-
coupons. I think people knew that one, though, already.
Have you guys heard of this couponing thing? Apparently it's getting kind of big, and...
You can save some money. That's
Yeah.
that's all that matters, I think.
Yeah, I don't even have a joke. That was...
That's really good. That's really useful. I'll for sure get a McFlurry on the way home. Those things are awesome.
Yeah, I think the pop is the cheapest thing you can get there, right?
I think you can get like a
Breakfast burrito.
apple pie, 50 cents.
There you go. Yeah, and you can get a free McFlurry if you any purchase.
Alright.
They also have like a buy one get one free large sandwich. So if you're really really hungry, you could get like 2 Big Macs for the price of one.
Sold.
That's a good deal.
that and a McFlurry.
You'd have to come around twice.
No. I purchased something. Give me the McFlurry.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the spoiler section presented by
Coupons.
最強最悪フリーザ大暴れ
Okay, and we're back for the spoiler section. Another weird senile-ish title this week.
Yeah, tell me.
It's kind of like a Jeopardy title. Like, not a title, a question.
Sure.
And the answer is... The worst, the most evil. Oh, I have the answer, Alex. Frieza's Rampage?
That's the
You're
one.
correct.
All right.
Yeah, the title of this episode is The Worst, exclamation point. The Most Evil, exclamation point. Frieza's Rampage. Exclamation point.
They want you to know that they're excited about it.
I couldn't think of a more apt title, though.
Probably not.
This episode is all Frieza just going berserk.
It's pretty great, though. This is a good episode.
For a while there, it looked like the leaks were going to be true.
I know.
The ones that you sent me, and I was like, they're not true.
It was close. It was real close.
I'll give you 50% on that one.
Thank you.
So, what did you think, like, overall of this episode?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. The animation was flawless.
Oh, man.
We were just looking at side-by-side comparison of the Resurrection F arc fight between Goku and Frieza and this one, and you don't want to look at it because it'll just upset you that you had to sit through that to get to this point.
Yeah, if you guys look at that, I hope you're only watching the subtitled and not the dub, because it's just going to make you sad. Because now we're looking at the comparison images and seeing the crappy animation from the Golden Frieza fight, and we're like, we have to cover this in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. It's not good, man. This is flawless, though. This is just as good as the Vegetto fight.
If not better.
Yeah.
So yeah, episode starts out right where we left off last week. Frieza's just transformed, and tells the assassin, like, oh, I hope you don't think I'm dirty or being a cheater for a surprise attack when you guys were the ones who started the fight anyway.
Yeah, he's got a good point.
Yeah.
And he obliterates these people. Like,
death beams for
everywhere.
everyone. You get a death beam, and you get a death beam.
He's the Oprah of death beams. Giving them out, you know, for free.
I don't know why. Like, as soon as you said that, I had Oprah's audio at my head, which is like, and you get a car, and you get a car. And then instead of car, I would have like the Budokai version of Frieza going, death beam!
That's pretty good.
And you get a death beam!
You could probably make that video. That'd be real funny.
Yeah, so he's just shooting them everywhere, and they're homing now, apparently.
He's really stepped up. And Goku's shocked, man.
Yeah, he's like not even like just kind of casually watching. He's like mouth agape.
He was like, how did he get so powerful sitting there? I guess he's just been focusing on controlling his energy while he's been there. Because, like, what else is there to do, you know?
Yeah, because Goku asks, he doesn't ask, he's like, yeah, I guess we do have to fight, but are you going to be okay in that golden form? Because your stamina was wrecked last time. And he goes, oh yeah, no, I know the drawbacks now, so now that I've been in hell, I've been basically mentally training to keep my composure.
He's just he probably just mastered the form, obviously. It's almost like another transformation for him now. Like, where he can stay there, which is very evident when they knock each other out at the end. He's still in golden form.
And Goku is not in Super Saiyan Blue.
That's what I'm saying. So it's pretty much just his fifth transformation now. It's not just like a Super Saiyan version of Frieza.
It was cool how he kind of described it too, because in one hand he started like this blue ki energy. Mm-hmm. He's like, he explained that his energy control now is delicate enough not to stir water, but he also has his normal intensity, and I guess he considers himself the true Frieza now. Mm-hmm. Like, that form is the true Frieza.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty crazy, huh? I like it. I think the writers did a really good job with this episode.
Yeah. Oh, they did a great job. Even the script was great.
That's what I'm
saying. Because Goku starts screaming at Frieza, "Don't kill anyone else," and Frieza's like, what's the difference between them dying by my hand
or being erased
when their universe gets destroyed because we're going to win?
Right.
There's no difference.
He's got a great point.
Yeah. And Goku has to join the fight because they're
trying to
take
attack
Baba.
Yeah,
they try to take her as a hostage. So he tells her and the Ghost Usher to hide in the palace, and they're just fighting, taking them all out, and they pretty much get all of them, right?
Yeah, they get them all except for they get them all
except
almost.
For the original?
Except for the original and like a select group of people after that.
Get wrecked pretty quickly.
After something shocking happens.
Yes. So Goku and Frieza are arguing, and the leader assassin pulls out, it looks like he's charging an energy ball, but apparently it's energy of destruction from Sidra of Universe
Super
9.
strange. Where was he keeping it?
In his pocket. He picked it up.
He's got a pocket full of sunshine, but a pocket full of destruction.
Yeah. Which is basically, according to Sidra, anything that this ball touches will be destroyed, and it won't even get sent to the afterlife.
It's the Hakai.
Basically, yeah.
It's pretty much the exact same thing, yeah.
Pretty much. Man. Ooh, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
About the manga.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Do we want to talk about?
We'll do that after.
We'll do that. We'll bring up that next week because I really want to.
That was amazing.
Yeah, we'll dig into that.
Let me just say this: the manga is better in that arc than what we got.
That arc
the
being the
anime.
Future Trunks arc.
Yeah, than what we got in the anime. It's way better.
Is it?
I think so. I like it better. I think it's not as rushed. They're actually taking their time on it with like how they're gonna beat him instead of just okay, Trunks will just not finish him off this next episode.
Right.
Because that was just super thrown in.
It really was.
Yeah.
And that's been our section on the manga. So we'll maybe do an entire section on it next week.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that's fine. I'd like
even
to.
if we don't do it next week, we can just wait until the arc is done and then
we
have
can
like a
cover it
manga
there.
episode.
I'd be way into that.
Yeah. Where were we? Energy destruction, right. So he's trying to sneak the energy to shoot Frieza with it.
Mm-hmm.
And Frieza's like, you better aim well or something like that. And he throws it, and what is he? He dodges it and then destroys it with a death beam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh no, that was a fake. Here's the real one. And as he's getting ready to throw that, Frieza shoots that one with the death beam.
This guy was a little crafty.
He was. He's like, oh no, crap. And apparently he hid the real energy in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And when Frieza was least expecting it, he basically used Yamcha's Spirit Ball technique.
It's pretty good.
To shoot that energy out of the water. And it actually...
It lands.
Yeah, it hits Frieza. He's trying to...
Struggling.
Hold it. And,
It covers him.
Yeah.
It gets him, and he's surrounded in the energy, and then he starts, like, spazzing out, because, obviously, it's energy of destruction.
I thought he was going to go.
For sure. I was like, damn it, they're going to be down a fighter. I was like, what is going to happen?
Yamcha.
And then, shock, like, real shocker. He's just like, I was just kidding. And then he manages to control the energy, bring it out from around him, and control it.
Into a ball.
Into a ball, and just hold it there.
He claimed it, basically.
Frieza could be a god of destruction.
And then what does he do?
And then he traps Goku in that little guy.
Yeah, they're in the middle of talking about the energy, and Frieza and Goku are like, "Yeah, this must have come from a god of Supreme Kai or a god of destruction." And they're like, "Wow, they must have
really not wanted us to win."
Yeah, Goku starts yelling at the assassins. It's like, "We're not gonna run. We're not gonna hide. Let's settle this at the tournament."
Yeah.
And then Frieza hits Goku in the back with the energy destruction.
Yep.
And traps him in it.
And Goku is struggling to get out of that.
But before that happens,
Frieza murders people.
Well, we go to the tournament of power stage.
Oh yeah, it's finished.
It's done. And the Grand Priest, the Grand Priest asks the Zenos, "How do you guys like it?" And they're rolling around talking about how much they love it.
It's
like,
pretty
Yay!
sick. It's really good.
I hope they never leave. I really hope this arc
sure.
doesn't end with them like
being evil,
or not even being evil, like
them dying. Yeah, for real though. That'd be sad.
That'd be so sad. So that's it. Back to Earth. Frieza says Goku's as soft as ever. He's like, I've been thinking about killing you this whole time.
He's like,
you're
an idiot, And he is. He's really foolish for doing that.
Yeah.
And
it's the same thing that we
told him shit for all the time.
Yeah.
Saying that he's too relaxed.
Always drops his guard.
And that's exactly what Piccolo just taught Gohan not to do. And he's much better off for it. Gohan's got a real edge.
Yep. Frieza tells Goku, "You better hurry and escape, just the same way I did." And Goku can't do it.
But he's not Super Saiyan Blue.
I was hoping he would go Kaioken Blue and just easily just like...
If he just went regular blue, he'd probably be able to do it.
Yeah. I wanted Kaioken though. Because that's like
it's way cool.
It's cool, and it's like the trump card that Frieza would be like, oh.
He's like, damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I thought I had him.
Yeah, he's trying to get out.
And then while he's doing that, Frieza just goes and murders everybody.
Kills everyone, takes one of the communicators, and calls the God of Destruction and Supreme Kai from Universe 9.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, look, I captured Goku. Universe 7 can't win without him. do you want
me as a fighter? And then they're like really struggling wrapping their head around actually signing this guy on, because they asked
rule book.
Well, they asked him as well if he had like you surely can't want everything in your universe. You have to have some ties somewhere. And he's just like,
No.
What even is that? I don't care at all. That guy is the definition of a psychopath.
Pure evil.
And they're like, can we really have somebody like that on our team? He'll turn his back on us the second he's got a chance.
And then Sudra's like, I'll just destroy him if he does that.
Yeah, and while they're arguing, Beerus and Whis show up.
Yep.
And he's like, well, gave you your shot, and gave me your shot, and he breaks the communicator. It was close, man.
You almost called your shot there.
I'm upset about it. I wish he would have, actually. I think that would have been a real big plot twist.
So, yeah, like you said, Beerus and Whis show up. Beerus saves him by just literally blowing the energy away.
It just shows you how much stronger Beerus still is than everybody else, pretty much.
Everyone other than Whis.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so Beerus obviously realizes that that's energy of destruction, and he asks Frieza why they're taking so long, and he's like, were you plotting with another universe? And Goku, do you think Goku is covering for him here?
Yeah, for sure. They needed the 10th fighter.
Yeah. Goku agrees. He's like, I let my guard down. I forgot that Frieza is basically the worst kind of scum.
Yeah.
And Whis is like, oh, he may not have been.
He might have been just trying to get information from them, pretty much. Gather some intelligence on the other universes.
Yeah. But Frieza is like, man, this, to himself. He's like, this isn't even making the gods uneasy. It's like, this is the perfect chance to manipulate all these guys for my own gain.
Frieza's a smart guy, man.
Super smart. Goku asks Whis to take. Well, no, before that, he's like, what was he doing?
Who?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering.
Who?
Oh, Frieza, he's thinking about Beerus. He's like, you're not going to
control everything and do everything you want for
very long,
Beerus, because Frieza's coming for you.
Pretty much. Goku asks Whis for a quick minute to have a match with Frieza, and whoever lands the first punch is the winner. If Goku wins, Frieza forgets his grudge and he's going to act obedient. If Frieza wins, Frieza gets to do whatever he wants.
Pretty much.
And Frieza's like, okay. And he's in his mind, he's like, I've spent the last how many years in hell, just all I've been doing
is thinking about killing you and how I can kill you.
He's like, my strategy is perfect. And they start.
Then we get the best animated fight that we've seen so far. Very short, but very effective.
Frieza's golden, Goku turns Super Saiyan blue, and
they both land giant haymakers on their faces, and this is the literally best animation we've seen out of Dragon Ball ever.
Yeah, so there's no winner. It was a draw.
And Frieza's pretty shocked that Goku can still keep up with him, and he's like, well, while you were in hell and thinking about all that stuff, I was
fighting strong guys from other universes.
Like, I'm still going to continue to get strong because I'm able to train. So, they're legit evenly matched, 100%. Except for if he uses Kaioken, obviously. But they're evenly matched.
And then the episode ends with them all going back to Capsule Corporation. Which is, it's just weird.
I know, just having Frieza part of the gang, hanging out. Yeah, I don't like. It's definitely off-putting, to say the least.
And we don't know, obviously, how long there is until the Tournament of Power.
It's real close.
I mean, the stage is done, and we know the actual arc, I believe, starts next week. Yeah, the next episode's title is "The Time Has Come to the World of Void, where the universe's fates will be decided." So they're going to
the actual place where the tournament is at. It's not going to start next week.
Right.
The actual fight.
Yeah, the actual fight will start in 2 weeks.
Yeah, July, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I hope so. I hope so.
You and me both, man. I'm sick of waiting. I want to see it.
What would you rate this one?
I get like a 9.5 probably.
9.5?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9.
It was real good. I like Frieza.
Anything you would change if you could?
Not really. It's pretty well executed. Like, I can't think of anything that would put it up to a 10 just because the content didn't really have any risks on it. So, I mean, like, it just can't be a 10 because there's nothing... it's not like
Nothing that
it's
really
not
bothered
it's not
you.
a key episode.
Right.
I guess it's just getting us to where we need to go. So I can't give it a 10.
You see, I would have changed. I would, like I said earlier, I would have made Goku go Kaioken Blue, and
Sure.
actually win that fight. Because Frieza's going, I've done all these simulations. I'm going to win this fight. All of a sudden, Goku.
I was pretty okay with the tie. I like the tie because they don't have to keep in check now.
I agree, but here's the thing: would Frieza ever be one to keep himself in check, even if he lost?
No.
He doesn't have that honor.
Not at all. He said he was going to leave after Goku gave him energy and then try to kill him
Exactly.
immediately.
So there's no harm in Goku going Kaioken Blue just to show Frieza, like, you might think you're on this level, but you can't touch me
I want him
yet.
to save that until Frieza actually tries to do something to him without
Like in
Beerus
the
and
tournament?
Whis there to like actually stop the situation. Obviously, I want him to do it when it comes down to him and Frieza actually fighting, and then just whip his ass.
Yeah, save it until you can humiliate him the most, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd be okay with that. I still would have liked to have seen that. That would have brought this up to a 10 for me if Goku just whomped Frieza and it's like, yeah,
Sure.
you think you're here, you're not. And then Frieza's still in the back of his head will be like,
I'll get him.
I'm still not going to listen to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, rating-wise, I would give it a 9. What's your high?
You know, it's the animation.
The
We both
animation.
have to have it though, so we'll just omit it. That's gonna be
The
off
animation,
the table.
the animation is our high. What's your low?
My low, I guess. I don't know if I have a low for this episode. It was really, really good. I guess
I wish my low was Goku not being able to get out of the energy ball.
okay. That would be the one thing I changed. Him going blue, and actually just controlling the energy ball,
Yeah.
which would make sense. He would be able to do that.
But I mean, I guess at the same time, though, that scene, I guess I gotta give the writers credit. That scene made Frieza believe that he really was that much stronger than Goku now.
Yeah.
Which made the ending more shocking for him.
Yeah,
that he didn't land
He's
that
pissed
punch.
again, you know.
Yeah. So
So, I don't know. I guess that would be my low. Is him not going blue in that sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are you gonna remember this for that animation?
Yeah, dude. Are you serious? It was so good.
Yeah, I'll do the same because I mean
That's the best animation this series has seen by far. Yeah. So I mean, that's got to be what it's remembered for.
yeah, my most memorable. I have weird like things that I like, just like seeing.
Sure.
Vegetto, like when I think about the Vegetto episode, I think it's crazy awesome him using instant transmission.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Like it's just that we've never seen anybody other than Goku use it. So even
Right.
though that is half Goku,
It doesn't
just
matter.
to see that character use it,
Mm-hmm.
that would be like, oh, what do you remember about the Vegetto episode? Yes, the animation was stellar, but would be Vegetto using instant transmission.
Right.
In this one, other than the animation, I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
What would you title the episode? Nothing.
I can't think of anything.
I think it'd be something vague. Beerus is impatient. Let's go see what Goku's up to.
Frieza hates him. See one simple trick to blow away God energy. Okay, you ready to get out of here?
Let's go.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Please like the show on Facebook, interact with us there, shoot us an email, universe7pod@gmail.com. Rate the show, review it on iTunes. We can't tell you how much that helps, even though we tell you every week. We'll be back next week to cover episodes 23 and 96. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mason.
Have a great week, stay safe, and until next time.
Adios.